Good morning, children. Let us start today's class. The next topic is formatting a document. So, in a document preparation, the first step is page formatting. So, how the page should appear. That is the width of the margin, that is height of the margin, then what will be the indentation of the margin from left and this spacing from left side and right side, then top and bottom spacing, then the page layouts. So all these comes under page formatting. So let us see how we can format in a Microsoft Word. So in formatting, first we can see what is page layout. So in a page layout you can set margins, that is you can give margins. First we have to select all the document, then select margins, then you can set the normal. These are certain margins available, so you can either take any of these or you can design your own custom margins, that is you can give your own spacings and set up the margin, or you can give the margins available here. That is normal, that is from the top this much centimeter, and from bottom and right left, these are the length of the margin. So from the top this much spacing is there, from the right, from left, from right and from bottom. So let us see how this works. So by default we use normal margins, then narrow margin. Here you can see the margins are very narrow, then moderate is in between the narrow and normal one, then it is wide margins. You can see there is a wide margin, then mirrored margin. Then orientation, either it can be a portrait, that like this document it is portrait, or it can be a landscape like this. Then its size, document size can be any one, letter A4 or A3 or any size A2. Then documents in either in one column or in two column or multiple columns, like this is in one column. So I'll first convert it into portrait, then so select this, and in a single, if it is in single column then it will appear like this, and if it is in two columns, the paragraph will be split into two columns like this. And here if you select like this three columns, then the paragraph will be split into three parts. Then like this, the left will be a small column and the right will be a bigger one. Likewise this one also, the first left one is a larger column and the next is a smaller column. You can split your document in any of the column formats. Now there is breaks, so you can give page breaks. So when you give a page break, the place where you give a break will split the page into two. Suppose I am keeping my cursor here and I am giving a page break, then the page will break into two parts from that particular position. And here we can give line numbers, that is if we select, then the line numbers will be given for each line. Each of the line numbers will be given, where continuous or in each section we can give line numbers. Then hyphenation. So hyphenations are given where, suppose if our document is in this form, and if I do not give hyphen, Suppose let us see when we give hyphenation what happens. So you can see online services. So after sir, the other letters in this services is cannot be written in the same line. So we put a hyphen after the letters which are on the previous line. So if we do not give hyphenation as none, then what happens is the word services will come in the next line. If we want to write everything in a words with hyphenation, then we have to use this hyphenation is equal to automatic or manual. So what happens if a character will be, if a word is written in a word cannot be written in single line, then it will be written as a with a hyphen. So usually we write like this in our notebook also. Then next is formatting text. So we can formatting a text, we can change the font size, then font style, that is bold, italic and underline. Then we can change font type by selecting a drop down menu, or we can change the font color. So let us see how we can do that in Microsoft Word. So we have to, before doing any formatting, we have to first select which part we want to change. So we have selected it. Now go to home page. Then you can see a font part. So this font part is a formatting area where we can format our font. So you can see here the first box, this is a drop down list. So when we click on this, there are so many fonts available and we can select any of the font available. So here I select Bookman Old. Now you can see it is converted to Bookman Old, and this drop down menu indicates font size. So I can change the size of the sentence or words in the document. Now this A, caps A in grow, you can see here when I keep my mouse pointer here, you can see grow font. That is it is used to increase the size of the, you can see when I click it will increase the size. Now same, this shrink font will decrease the size of the font when I click on it. So it will reduce the size and it will increase the size. Now this manually we can change the font size. Then to next one is we can clear all the formattings that I have done previously, that all formattings will be cleared. Then converting a sentence or a word or a letter into bold case. So this is used for converting the text to bold. So if I click on this, it will be, text will be converted to bold. Now if I want to convert it into the previous state, that is in unbold condition, then again click on that bold. Then this is italics, it will convert it into italics, and again if I click on that, it will be converted to previous state. Now if you want to underline the particular section, you can use U, that is to underline, and underlining can be done by different forms of lines. Any type of lines can be used, and underlining color also can be selected. If we want to underline with a different color, you can select any of the colors and any different forms of line. Now next is strike through. That is, if I want to cut or give a strike through the lines like this, then I have to use the strike through, which draws a line across the text. So first you have to select and mark. Then suppose I want to give, I have to write formulas in maths or in chemistry. So suppose I want to represent oxygen. I want to represent oxygen. So I write, you have to print O2. Now we don't need to write like this because O, for oxygen, O2 is a subscript. So we have to select which part is the subscript and click on this subscript button. So click on that. Now you can see O2 is converted into 2 is now subscript of O. Likewise, we have different mathematical equations, like if you want to type a square plus b square. Suppose you have to write like that. Then, but it looks like a into 2 plus b into 2. But you have to write it as a square. So for that you have to select that and write as superscript. Now it is a square into a square plus b square. Now this is for case changing, that is if you want to write in capital letters or in small letters or in different cases are there. So the first case is the sentence case. So if you want to convert a document, a particular text to sentence case, click on that, and then what happens is it will convert the first letter of the sentence to capital. Suppose if I write I, you can see here I is small letter and here W is small letter. Now we are converting this into sentence case. You can see all the letters which are after the full stop is converted to capital letters. That is, in a sentence the first letter should be a capital letter. The next is the lowercase, that is it will convert the text to lowercase. You can see everything is converted to lowercase. Now the same, the uppercase will convert the text to uppercase. Then capitalize each word. So each word in the document will be capitalized. That is, fully, it will not be fully capitalized, but only the starting letter will be, first letter of each word will be capitalized. Then toggle case. So toggle case will convert the capital letters to small letters and small letters to capital letters. So if you want to undo everything, you have a shortcut key, Control Z. Then this is to highlight a particular text. Suppose you want to, you are writing a letter and you want to highlight certain points. So select that particular area and select with which color you want to highlight. So if you want to highlight with yellow or green or any color, select that particular color and the text will be highlighted with that color. Now to change the font color, click on this A and you can select any of the fonts which are here. Now you have changed the font color. Now this is about the text formatting. Now you have to try this example, that is let us practice 2, that is open my word processing software. That is, you can open, if you have a LibreOffice, you can open that Office Writer. Now I don't have LibreOffice Writer, so I have used Microsoft Word. Now if you don't have, use Microsoft Word or Google Docs. Then create a page with this document with size as A4, then orientation landscape, then margins, that is 2 inch from left and right and 1.5 from top and bottom. And use page setup and use bold, italic, underline, all these properties. Then next is paragraph style. That is, a paragraph in a document can have a single sentence or single word or no words at all. So every paragraph in a LibreOffice Writer document has a paragraph style. So let us see what are the different paragraph styles in a. So you can see here, these are different paragraph styles. So first one, if you want to give bullets, suppose I am let us see here. Suppose here so many points are there and I do want to give numbers. So I can select bullets and I can give here any of the bullets. So you can see here it is changing and any of the bullets I can use. So any of the bullet I can use. Or if I don't want to use bullets and I want to give numbers, I can use any of the numbers, or even I can change or define a new number format. Like this, I can define a new number format, how the number should appear. Like this, any one can be used. Now this is if I want to use a nested list. There's a list, after inside that and a list, like you have question papers. In your question papers, first Roman number 1, then question number 1, then inside that question number A. Likewise, for such cases you can use any of these methods or any of these bullets or numbering methods. Then the paragraph layout. For the paragraph layout, you can use the paragraph, that is, the text will be aligned left. That is, you can select, and when you align, you can see the text is aligned left. Now this is center aligned. You can see the text is aligned center. Now this is right aligned. You can see it is aligned, all the texts are aligned to the right side. Now here it is, all the texts are equally aligned, that is aligned to both left and right margins. That is, extra spaces are added in between to align it both equally spaced with the among the different marks. That is, you can see both the starting of all the lines and ending of all the lines are same. Then this is to increase the intent. First select, then increase the in. So this is to decrease the intent level between the margins in space from the margin starting of the letter to the typing. So this area is called the indentation, that is from left margin to the first where the data is typed. So to decrease the indentation, we can use this, and to increase the indentation, you can see the space with the margin is being decreased. Then the space after the margin is increased. So we can increase and decrease the indent. That is from the margin, the space where the text should be placed. That is called indentation. From the margin where the text should be placed. Then the spacing between the lines. That is, between two lines, how much space is to be given. That is line spacing. So select this. Then this is here only 1.0. So you can increase the space. That is, you can see the spacing between two lines is increased. Two lines. Now you can give the background color for the text. Like you can give the background color for the text you have selected. And for text you can give borders. As for paragraph you can give borders for left and right side. Any borders can be given for the text. Now you can, in your textbook you will be seeing this. In most of the textbooks you will be seeing the textbook names are shown in every page. In all the pages the textbook name will be shown. Suppose information technology. That is text that's shown in every page is called headers and footers. So what the text which is given on the top of a page is called header, and the text which is given on the bottom, home and insert. In the insert part you will have header and footer section. First insert, then to header and footer. In the header part you can insert headers, that is even chapter name or textbook name. All these things usually appear as a header. And on the footer usually page numbers appear. Usually page numbers appear. Sometimes textbook names are also there in the footer, like so this is a footer and in the text. This text is shown in every page. This is a domestic data entry operator. So in all the pages, plain text is shown in all the pages in the bottom of a page. So digital documentation is the chapter name. You can see this domestic data entry operator. In alternative pages it is shown. So this part of the page is called the footer area, and the top part is called the header area. So you can give header and footer. So footer also contains the page number. So you can see here page number is also there. So you can give here inside the footer you can insert a page number at the bottom of the page. Any of the formats can be used. So if I give here page number, then click here. So when I insert a new page, the new page will have insert a blank page. So after inserting a blank page, by default the first page will have page number 1 and the new page will automatically get page number 2. No need of typing it again. And every page will have the same header that we have given in the header section. So only in one page if we give the header, then it will be there in all pages of the document. So what is on the top is called header, and what is given on in the bottom of the page is called footer. Now we can insert elements in the Word document, text box or word art or date and today's date and time, or a signature that we have created, or an object, or same as can be inserted in the paragraph into the word. So we can insert pictures. You can select any of the pictures in your desktop or in your computer, or you can insert clip arts or shapes. Different shapes are there. Different shapes are there, and you can select any of the shapes. You can select any of the shape. Suppose you selected any of the shape, and you can give colors to that shapes and can color the shape. Then shape fill is used to give color to that particular shape. You can give yellow color, and shape outline. This feature gives outline to the particular selected shape. Then to change the shape, then to give the shadow effect to the shape you have selected, you can give any of the shadows to the shape you have selected. Then 3D effects. Select and you can give any of the 3D effects to the shape you have selected. And 3D colors also, you can give 3 colors also. That is, the shadow will get the different colors can be given. Now creating and managing tables, that is we can insert tables into a document. Let us go to insert, then you can see here table. Now how many rows and how many columns you need, you can select from here. Table. By clicking here itself, it has to come. Insert table, that is how many columns you need. You need 3 columns and 5 rows. Then a table with 5 rows and a column with 3 rows and these vertical partitions are called columns and these horizontal partitions are called rows. So we have created 3 columns and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. Now we can give our table different formats like this. So many formats are there. So this is for column headings and these contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the headings. If we need a header row, that is which contains headings, we have click then first column. If we need first column, then suppose if you want to give roll numbers in one column, then you can have first column. Now we can delete a particular row or column, or we can insert rows and columns. Suppose if I want to insert, I have to here name, class, marks. So if I want to add a column, then insert here, right click on this, then you have insert. So from the insert, if you want to insert columns to the left, then click on that, insert columns to right. If you want to insert a column, insert a column. Now I'll name the column as page. Now I want to insert a row, so click here, click here and click on insert row above, insert a row above this line. If you want to insert below this line, then insert below. Now if you want to delete few of the rows, then select those rows, then delete, select this, then delete cells. It will shift cells left, shift cells up, delete entire row. So delete entire row, it will delete the entire row. Suppose you want to delete this particular column, so select, then delete cells, then delete entire column. Click OK, so the column will be deleted. Now I have to insert a row above, insert a row above, and I have to write class Amrita Vidyalaya, our school name. So for that I have to write this in the center. For that I have to merge all these cells. For that you have to go to merge cells. So merge cell will combine, merge all the 3 columns and all the 3 cells and combine it as a single cell. So I will write Amrita Vidyalaya. So here also we can apply all the formats, that is we can change the text, increase the font size, make it as bold. So everything we can apply. Now we can merge here also. Vertical merging also can be performed. It is merge cells. So these two cells become a single cell. So anywhere we can merge the cells. Now you want to merge two tables. Suppose I have created another table also I have created. Insert. I have created. Copy. Paste cells. So it will paste the now if you want to merge two tables, then select the rows and click on this and paste by appending table. Now the rows in the bottom table will be appended with the rows of the above table. Now if you want to split a particular row, you have seen how we merge to the cell. So if you want to merge cells like this way, merge. Now if you want to split